Okay. Okie dokie. Here's hoping this goes well. Okie dokie, artichoke. Come on, internet. Yes. Good. There we go. Kills, right, let's get started, shall we? Right, we are live, aren't we? Let's not make a mistake there. Right. Oh, I need to turn off my preview. Don't want to see my preview. No. Actually, before I do turn off my preview, here's me rambling to myself. I'm not mad, I swear. Oh, gotta check the hat. Gotta make sure the hat is correct. Preview. Right, let's get rid of that. Okay, everything's good. Everything's cool. Everything's randy. Right, now that we've filled the bloodstone chalice, let's head back to the old castle. I think we looted. We didn't loot this, did we? Got some skeever hide from that. I believe that is an alchemical ingredient, which it is, and we've never had it before, so that's cool. I don't know how you make more of that, because I think once you cook skeever, it's just oh, that's cool. That's nice. Once you cook skeever, it's like you can only eat it, so I don't know how to make more charred skeever hide. See, now I don't understand why they didn't implement some sort of making a campfire and such. Like why like little things like this, just little things like that, Bethesda. You know? Ugh, fools. Right. So we could either head back to the Riften stables and go to the castle, or in which case we'll have to. Why have I got a? Hey. Or we could do a little exploring before we head back. I think we should do a little bit of exploring. Get our. I think. Then again, saying that, Tavarni does want to impress. She does want to impress Lord Harkon, so she doesn't want to make him wait. So perhaps. Yeah. I feel that she'd probably head back right now. She wouldn't want to make him wait. Trying to make a good impression, so. And then perhaps after she's headed back and given him the bloodstone chalice and gotten her reward or his notice of her. What's what I'm looking for? His acknowledgement that she's a good. She was a good choice to become a vampire, like a good choice to give the gift to the vampire. Then she'll probably do some exploring. But she's gonna do a little bit of exploring anyway. Heading back to the stables. So get hit, you little bugger! They wanted the butterfly. They wanted the butterfly. What knows the butterfly? I have no idea. Up ahead. Sorry, I shouldn't really looking at. Tavarni doesn't have a HUD, so she wouldn't be able to tell what's up ahead. But I know what's coming up, and I don't like it. But Tavarni doesn't know. But now she's got this power. Now she's got this incredible vampiric power from Lord Harkon. She can sense that a lot of enemies that she once found tough are not going to pose much of a threat to her now. But obviously she already feels like now that actually it's not technically supposed to be daytime, is it? Because I left at night time. But oh well, we can skip that. I've already started here. But now that it's the sun, it's obviously not nighttime anymore. She can tell that daylight is very. It has quite an effect on her, being a pure-blooded vampire now. And if we actually look here, you do get affected by the sun, which I'm not all that happy that they included that sort of thing. But vampiric blood with 30% more weak, to fire. However, because we are a dark elf, we have a 50% resistance, so we still have 20 plus resistance to fire, so that's not actually that bad for us. That's pretty good. So we're still not in the negative percent when it comes to fire and weakness, which is good because I actually have an Imperial character I'm playing off screen, And wow, she gets really damaged by fire rather quickly, which is not cool. And then we have the weakness to sunlight, where we lose 30 points to health, magicka, and stamina, which is sucky. But being as resourceful as she is, Tavarni will obviously get through that. She'll learn to cope with being weak against the sun and probably not going out as much. What I do like is that it's kind of not like Oblivion. I don't know if it's just me, but I remember in Oblivion, when you were a vampire, you really got screwed over as a, hey Dogstar! Welcome to the stream, thank you for joining this evening, I hope you enjoy it. I haven't seen you in ages! It's awesome to see you. Hello Lords, welcome to the stream, thank you for joining this evening. It's awesome to see you too, thank you for coming to watch. Oh, I love that face, it's like, cheeky face. But I remember in Oblivion, I swear you got screwed over if you were a vampire in that game. It was a lot more realistic in some senses, because if you went out during the daytime and it was sunny, I swear that you, hey, that's odd. Nice one, Bethesda, and your AI interaction, whatever it is, system. But I remember... You don't like my eyes? Well, if you don't annoy me, I won't have to bite you. So that's something to keep in mind. I love how like a big place like Solitude is cheaper to get to than a place like Dawnguard, not Dawnguard, Dawnstar, which is like kind of not as important a city, but you have to pay more to get there. It's kind of odd. But yeah, I remember in Oblivion, I swear you got screwed over as a vampire. Like the sun actually slowly took away your health, which is realistic. It depends on what kind of vampire you're going for here, because obviously some vampires are really affected by the sunlight, others aren't. And I like the fact that you lose health in Oblivion. It kind of makes you, kind of forces you to just stay out of the sun during the day. And they could have worked with that. Like you notice how Serana puts the hood on, and they could have worked around that by if you have a hood on, you won't get burned, but if you don't, you get burned. Or if you have some type of helmet on, but in Oblivion, like, you just got burned. It didn't even matter if it was cloudy sky, you just got burned. And I like that in some ways. I feel like it's a little bit more realistic, but at the same time, kind of irritating. But then again, if you're role-playing a vampire, you should expect life to be a bit tougher for you. But that's just my opinion. I like that you can walk out in the sunlight, though. That's nice. I don't like to be too restricted. But again, is it Skyrim being a bit too simple compared to Oblivion? It could be. And do the face. Die. Die. It's a damn fly in my room. It's one of those little midget ones that, you know, really get on your tits. Anyway. Let's continue on. So Tavarni is very what's the word? Very adamant that she impresses Lord Harkon. She doesn't want to, and those are Altmeri Dominion. Those are Falmor. And for those that don't know the story, basically, Tavarni's parents are high up Dark Elves. They're like very high up in society. They're like politicians, I guess. That like, I guess if you like the equivalent of politicians in our world, so they're very high up, and being elves, she feels that they might have contacted the Altmeri Dominion and put like a request to kill her on sight. So she's being very careful when it comes to the Falmor. She's tempted to kill them. Any Falmor she comes across, she does want to kill them. That's just, she hates the Falmor, but she's also sadistic, so seeing the Falmor, they're like perfect targets for her, because at the end of the day, she's not even doing wrong in a way. And what's great about this game is if you kill everyone that saw you commit the crime, the crime disappears. It's great. I do like that aspect. That's a pretty cool aspect. That's a lot more realistic. As long as you should be able to dispose of bodies. I'd like if they added like some sort of incineration thing, where if you burnt the bodies, they incinerated. Or like you could bury them, nobody would be none the wiser. But yeah, so she's being careful with the Falmor, and obviously she would go and kill them normally, but she wants to impress Lord Harkon, so she doesn't want to take too long to return the Bloodstone Chalice to him. And even I'm picking up a lot of flowers that I won't be using, like not very. Oh, it's a mercenary. Interesting. I'll let you. You're lucky. I'm going to let you live, but only because I Only because Tavarni wants to impress Lord Harkon and she doesn't want to waste time killing others. Why waste time killing others when she could go and impress Lord Harkon with the Bloodstone Chalice? Oh yes. Oh yes. But I have to say, the way they made the vampires look in the Dawnguard DLC, it's beautiful. They really do look a lot better. Not too ugly, like not too incredibly ugly looking vampires. Like, obviously they look really ugly when they go into their Vampire Lord form, which makes sense, but when they're normal, they don't look too ugly. Only some of them do, but most of them don't, thankfully. But they look a lot better, they're a lot more unique, and I love their glowing eyes. Though if I'd have had my way, I'd probably have it so that their eyes would be crimson and glowing. It just kind of fits more, in my opinion. Like, vampires with... it's like a golden yellow eye, and it just doesn't work for me. Like, it's still cool, it's very haunting, but I mean, it works with Tavarni here with this helmet she's wearing. I think it really suits her, but I think crimson glowing eyes would be much cooler. Much cooler. That's cooler, yeah. I'm surprised nothing has tried to attack us on our way down here. This is a shock. Usually I come across something wanting to kill me by this point, but nope. And now we're going to do the most unrealistic climbing down a mountain possible, thanks to Bethesda. I remember doing this all the time in Oblivion. Yeah, no mountain posed a threat to me, I just kept spamming Y and jumping, because you can do that. I still feel someone could climb up this hill, but, like, of course, that you're restricted by the game. But I feel someone could climb up this. I mean, the least they could have done is made it so you could, like, smith, like, pickaxes, like, but miniature ones, like, you know, ice climbing axes, and you go up that way, but I don't know, there's so many different little things that would have made this game much better, and it's kind of a head scratcher how they missed them, like why they didn't put them in, and how they could have missed out on those little bits. But that's why I always feel that the Elder Scrolls on the PC will always be the dominating platform for the Elder Scrolls, because mods make these games so much better, and I'm jealous of that fact. However, I am actually looking now to build my own desktop PC, so I'll be investing my dinero. I'll be investing that in a desktop PC, hopefully. And hopefully I'm looking to build a good one, but not like some oh yeah, it's got 50,000 RAM and like the CPU was made of gold and the motherboard is just like Random Stormcloaks, but yeah, you can make a decent desktop for quite a little money nowadays if you buy the parts separately, which I plan to do because I can put a PC together on my own. I don't need help, so it's all good. But I don't know if the parts come with the cables, so I may have to buy the cables as well. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a desktop PC within a couple of months, and then I plan to make it at least powerful enough to play some of the latest PC games and also be able to stream whilst playing, because I can imagine that takes a lot of CPU power to stream and play a PC game, especially like a game like Oblivion or Skyrim. No matter what, I'll probably have the textures all the way down anyway. I usually do. I mean, I need to on my laptop. But hey, Sean Taylor, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining this evening. I hope you enjoy it. I do remember you. I do. Sup. I do remember you though. If I'm not mistaken, you are the game designer, aren't you, Sean? I do apologise if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure you are the one. You are the one. Back to the castle. Every time Tavarni looks at this castle, she can't help but just stand there for a couple of seconds in sheer wonderment at the size of this place. She absolutely loves it. It's like something from her dreams when she was younger and she read the books about Molag Bal and pure vampires. It's like a dream place for vampires to, you know, be secretive and live, and it's just perfect. Now we have the Bloodstone Chalice. Tavarni is hoping that she impresses Lord Harkon with returning it, and having defeated the little minions the other vampires that tried to attack her to get all the glory. Of course, she defeated them, so that should make her look pretty good as well. At least she's hoping so. Yeah, I got it right. Awesome sauce. I remembered you, man. Yeah, I wasn't going to forget you, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think Mr. Blackguardy. I don't know. Mr. Blackguardy usually says hello when he gets in, but if you're there, I do apologise for those that missed last week's stream, Skyrim streams, because Twitch. I got to talk to you. Okay, let's just talk to Garen quickly.
I see you have returned.
Oh yes.
Lord Harkon will be pleased.
And
you met Stolf and Salome,
right.
I assume.
Yes.
Lord Harkon and I suspected they might follow you there.
Sure. Yeah, I killed them both.
As well you should have. Welcome to the politics of Lord Harkon's court. Vingalmo and Orthiolf both long for our Lord's throne, but cannot make overt moves against him. Each sought to gain power by using his underling to kill you and keep the chalice for himself. By ensuring the chalice reaches our Lord, you have increased his power over them, and at the same time, deprived them of their little pets. You've done Lord Harkon 2 great services. Take what you've learned to heart, and be careful who you trust. Now, I believe that Lord Harkon wishes to speak with you.
And Tavarni most definitely has taken what she's learnt to heart, because it was made quite clear when those 2 vampires tried to attack her for the Bloodstone Chalice that people around here are glory hounds, but as Garen just told us there, that is his name, isn't it? Garen, yeah. There's 2 people in this court that are the... Oh, what are they called? I forgot what he called them now. The people that the advisors of Lord Harkon, and clearly they're out to get power as well. Now, what makes me laugh is, right, they're after this, yeah, they're after this, and they're after the Bloodstone Chalice, and yeah, it's right there for the taking, but nobody takes it. Like, what's stopping them from taking this? Please don't talk to me, Serana.
My father wanted to see you. Have you talked to him yet?
No, but I will. But like, it's right there. Like, they could take it right now, but they don't. Yeah, so, and we got the Blood of the Ancients from the Chalice there. That basically, as you can see, allows us to absorb magicka and stamina as well as health from this spell. Where is it? Is it Destruction? Yeah, Vampiric Drain. But we probably won't use that all that much. If we, like, we'll probably be using the Vampire Lord most points. I really want to take... Oh, we can take this Death Bell. Nice. I didn't think we could. Right. Time to see the big man. Oh, Tavarni's excited that he wants to see her. She's kind of, her heart's kind of racing at the moment because first time that she's probably a little nervous. This is Lord Harkon. He's the master vampire.
Yeah. Good.
So she wants to see what he let's see what he wants with her.
Yes, I did. When I told you that I was grateful for my daughter's safe return, I told the truth. But I did not tell you everything.
Oh? I suspected as much. Yes, Tavarni had some suspicions considering Serana had an Elder Scroll and it kind of didn't make sense for a pure-blooded vampire to have an Elder Scroll, so she did suspect a few things. She's not all that stupid. And she wouldn't say something like that to Lord Harkon because in a way that's kind of disrespectful. That she'd question his trust in her, so... I mean, he trusted her enough to give her the gift of the pure-blooded vampire, so clearly he does trust her.
Good. Strong instincts and a cunning mind will serve you as well as blade, spell, or claw. As you know, vampires are powerful, but we have limits. Our great enemy is the sun. And until recently, it's an enemy we've had no way to fight. For centuries, I searched for an answer to this problem. I found an old prophecy written by a Moth priest. Those scholars who read the Elder Scrolls. The prophecy tells of a time in which vampires will gain power over the sun and will no longer fear its tyranny. I believe the secret to unraveling that prophecy is written in Serana's Elder Scroll. I have ordered the court to assemble. I have a new task for us all to carry out, and that includes you. Come now, and hear my proclamation.
Oh. Now, just a little while ago, Tavarni was realising how much damage the sun does to her as a vampire now during the day. So any chance to actually rid the sun, or to rid this vampire cult of the sun, that would be incredibly potent for them. They'd be nigh unstoppable because the sun affects them in quite a way. It makes them lose strength and such. So to not have the sun interfere with them would be an incredible feat, and I'd certainly, as I said, probably impossible to stop. And hey there, Hayden. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining this evening. I do very much appreciate it. Apologies for not saying hi first, but I had to let Lord Harkon finish speaking. We do not wish to interrupt him. I really want his clothing. Like it's awesome. I love his outfit. It's just so cool. Now, Tavarni feels that she'd probably be allowed to actually listen from here instead of down there. So.
Scions of the night, hear my words. The prophesied time is at last upon us. Soon we will claim dominion over the sun itself, and forge a new realm of eternal darkness. Now that I have reclaimed one of my Elder Scrolls, we must find a Moth priest to read it. I have spread false rumors about the discovery of an Elder Scroll in Skyrim to lure a Moth priest here. Now it is time to see if those efforts have borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a Moth priest within our borders. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now, and carry out this task. This is my command.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place.
Oh, Tavarni knows she'll be able to find him. So, Tavarni, let's just say that Tavarni said she has... yes.
Skyrim's a pretty big place.
Yes, I do. Oh, we do. Tavarni does. No, go away, Serana. Honestly, let's just shut her up.
Idea how you're going to find a Moth priest?
Where would a Moth priest actually go?
You know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I've been really wanting to get out and explore.
No.
Oh, alright then.
Yeah.
You know where to find me.
Yeah. Thank you for your information, Serana, but I need to go alone. This is something I need to do. Get lost! But, as Lord Harkon commands, Tavarni shall obey and go and find this Moth priest for him.
Many advantages.
Oh?
Politics bore me terribly.
How can we help you?
Speak with Fura Bloodmouth.
Okay.
She has something for you.
You're a bloodmouth. Well, any way to help her fellow brethren and sisters, she will most certainly do. Of course, she does want to go and find the Moth priest for Lord Harkon and get in his good graces even further. But she can imagine that the others probably won't find him all that quickly, so she's got time to spare to find this Moth priest. She'd like to help out her fellow vampire.
New blood, eh? Let's get something very clear. I don't care about politics. You want to fight over the throne with the rest of them, go right ahead. I feed when I'm hungry, I sleep when I'm tired, and I kill whenever I'm in the mood. Those are the things that are important to me.
God, I didn't think she was going to shut up for a second there. Now, this is the vampire. Hey, Mr. Buggedy, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. I'm afraid... Yeah, you've watched a bit. Thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, sadly, Twitch was a real bastard. And for some reason, it deleted last week's streams, even though it's kept streams from 2 months ago, which... Yeah, I don't understand why it did that, but so I had to do a recap video. I do apologise for that, but I kind of did literally. It was just a lot of exploring last week, so you didn't really miss much. This is like really where the story gets in. But yeah, her parents, evil people, very evil, and they're very selfish. Very self-involved. They're more interested in their power, their stature, and their necromancy than their own daughter. So that's kind of evil, but yeah. Doesn't want to be ignored by you. She wants her attention. Well, she's trying to get the attention of Lord Harkon.
Enjoy your hunt.
Thank you. Right, but well, I'll talk to her again in a minute. But this vampire, this one here, Phoe'Nix Bloodmouth, she has the voice actress I really like. She does such a good job, in my opinion, of doing a vampire. And like, I've never heard her voice in any other character in this game. I swear, this is the only character she voiced. But I love her. I love her voice in this game.
I wish Orthiolf and Vingalmo would
What can I do to help?
kill a Dawnguard spy.
Oh.
But don't draw attention. Some kills are for fun, some for profit, and others are for sending messages. This one is a message. With any luck, he'll bleed to death before anyone notices. A cold corpse will say what we want. Better than a warm one.
Understood.
Good.
Yeah, I just something about her voice. It's like it's really creepy, and it's to me it's like the perfect vampire voice. And it's also like it sounds a little bit childlike as well. Like I don't know, it's not. She's like soft. She's like soft spoken, I guess is what I was actually heading for there. She's soft spoken, but she's a vampire, and she's got that eeriness as well. I love that voice actress. She did a great job there, and that's literally the only character she voiced. I swear, I have not heard her voice in any other character in this game, which I like. They should have got more voice actors. Like, would it have been that hard to get more voice actors instead of constantly using the same bloody voice actor? But so we have to go and kill a Dawnguard. A Dawnguard pretending to be a merchant. So we shall. Is that a Dawnguard? That's a... What are you doing here, Dawnguard scum? What were you doing here, petty weakling? Looks like the Dawnguard have found our castle. Not good. And there's obviously one up there because of the red dot, but I'm going to say that Tavarni's vampire senses are tingling. Like, she can smell the blood of Dawnguard or something. She can smell the blood of her brethren. She can smell the blood of other vampires on this Dawnguard's crossbow bolts or axe. So that's how she knew he was there. Get! Take that! Yeah, now fall over. There's not anything up here. But so she feels she can kill two birds with one stone, help her brethren in the... Oh, I keep saying brethren, but there's females as well, so it's kind of... But help her fellow vampires in the castle out by killing this Dawnguard spy to foil the Dawnguard's plans of stopping... to stop them foiling the vampires' plans, if that makes sense. So she's going to kill the Dawnguard spy before heading off to find this Moth priest. Perhaps when she takes a visit to whatever city this travelling merchant is in. I believe Yura said where he was. Where are we actually heading to? We're heading to Winterhold. Which we'll get to via a travelling cart again. As I said, we cannot fast travel. That's kind of not what I wanted to do, actually. I wanted to put a tag, like, somewhere. Yeah, game, yeah. There we go. Okay, I'll just have to work with that. So, while she is in Winterhold, I keep saying we're. while she's in Winterhold, she'll see if she can get any information on this Moth priest that Lord Harkon wishes to read the Elder Scrolls for him, and she's very excited. Like, I know what she said, but she's even more excited now at the concept of removing the sun from the equation. She knows what damage the sun can do now. Now that she's a vampire, those look like Dawnguard. And to remove it out of the equation, they'd be unstoppable. Yep, more Dawnguard. The Dawnguard seem to know exactly where this castle is. 3-on-1. Really? Is that how pitiful and weak you are? Or pitiful? Oh, that one has a hammer. Much more of a challenge. Ah! Too much of a challenge for me! Yes. I think that is something she'd say. Probably not to herself, but... Oh, look at that. Look at that poison we made. 40 points of health. That's a lot of damage. Okay, well, that did quite a good amount of damage. This guy with the Warhammer is definitely doing some damage. Trying to block him at the right moments. That's what we wanted to do. Pitiful mortal. And now you are dead. If only we could feast on your body. While your blood is still warm. Then again, in this cold weather, I can imagine like the blood within bodies would probably go very cold very quickly. But seems as though the Dawn Guard know where Castle... What's it called again? I forgot what the castle's called. My bad. Castle Volkia. I like that name. But it seems like they know where the castle is now, which is not good. However, if all of the Dawn Guard, all of the petty Dawn Guard, little minion Dawn Guards, if they're the only ones they send the castle's way, then Tavarni doesn't feel that much of a threat because she just took out 5 of them very easily. Like, the only one that posed a threat was the guy with the Warhammer, and he was kind of just swinging it around. He wasn't very combat effective. Just swinging a hammer around, swinging it around and wasting his stamina and energy. Meanwhile, she was getting effective hits. So she's quite disappointed. She thought these Dawn Guard would put more of a fight up, but apparently not. That's a good point. That's a good point, Mr. Blakely. But hey guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, Steven. Oh, you're my friend too. Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that. But just in response to Mr. Blackety, the reason Tavarni hasn't gone into a Vampire Lord form to kill them is, one, because, well, the situation didn't really demand it. There was 3 of them, but it just wasn't really necessary. There wasn't enough enemies to take down. Plus, she doesn't want to... she knows the sheer power that she possesses when she turns into the Vampire Lord. I'd say it's her true... She feels it's her true form now, the Vampire Lord form. But she doesn't want to... She doesn't want to constantly use that form. She doesn't want to be... What's the word I'm looking for here? She doesn't want to be... Oh, damn, what word am I looking for here? This is irritating. It's like a word you use when, like, you're a drug addict, and if you don't take your drugs, you completely lose all sense of who you are. Like, you just, you can't... What is it? She doesn't want to be... I can't think of the bloody word. Hold on, guys. I really need to figure out what this word is. What is it? It's similar to addiction, but it's not. Like, it's similar to addiction, but it's not. Good one. Good description there. Nice one. Like, it's something, like, you know, something that she doesn't want to live without. Like, something she couldn't live without. No, not addicted. And hello there, them gaming 360. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy it. It's not addicted though. It's similar to addicted. Like, it's it's like drugs. Like, when drug addicts, like, once they're addicted to drugs, if they don't get to, drugs are then suddenly something they can't live. They can't live without their drugs. I can't think of the bloody word though. Oh, nice, Gus. I've never been in a math debate before, so I wouldn't exactly know how math debate works. That's kind of odd. We're not worthy of her true beauty. Well, no, they weren't. But I still want to think of. I still want to. What is this goddamn word? Trying to think of it, but I cannot. God damn you, word. God damn you. No, not idiotic. No, not idiotic. Idiotic, I called it. Idiotic. My word. Blech. Alcohol. No. It's like when you become addicted to something and you can't live without it anymore, but you sort of lose all sense of who you are. Well, not lose all sense of who you are, but you kind of like, I don't know, you just can't function without it. I can't think of the word. Well, I guess a word that's close to it is rely. She doesn't want to. It's not really the word I'm looking for, but she doesn't want to rely upon her. Doesn't want to rely upon her vampire lord form. Oh, there's the thing up here. But we'll say that she's seen something. Reliable. Oh. I can't do lisps. Like, I don't know how to do a lisp. Hello. Math debate. I won the math. Nice one, Gus. I see what you were doing there. I twigged on there that you devil. Like rely upon. It's close to that. Oh, it's the Falmer Embassy. Okay. Don't let Tavarni know that. She'll go in there and murder them all. Sadly, you can't go in there because they decided no, that's the only building you won't be able to access in the game. You can only go in there once. Nice thinking there, Bethesda. What's the damn word? Well, she doesn't want to rely upon... No, it's not that, Gus. She doesn't want to rely upon the Vampire Lord because... I need that word, really. Hello, Shade. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I do apologise for not having been on Skype lately. I really don't get on it all that much, I'm afraid. But she doesn't want to rely upon her Vampire Lord form. Because she knows how much power she has when she turns into a Vampire Lord. But so she knows that she doesn't have to constantly use it, you know, to be to keep her powers up. However, in her humanoid form, she knows that she still has to practice with weaponry, practice her sneaking. So she's trying not to rely upon her. She's trying not to rely upon her Vampire Lord form all that much until she feels she's perfected what she wants to perfect in her humanoid form, like her sneaking, her ability to kill people without other people noticing, and such, basically. But I still can't think of the damn word. So irritated.
Need a ride?
I'm so rude. I'm confused. I'm rude. Not on stream. I'm sorry. I'm somewhat confused. My apologies.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Sorry, Gus. I'm not obsessed though. Them gaming. No, it's not that. It's not obsessed. I can't think of what it is. Can't think of the word. I don't know. No, not so... I went to Winterhold. No, this is not... Oh yeah, this is where I wanted to go, isn't it? Yeah, my bad. We're trying to kill a travelling merchant, who happens to be right there.
Hard to believe I ever complained about Riften being cold.
Oh, you're the one I'm looking for. We're going to say that Fura Bloodmouth gave Tavarni a picture, like, or description. Obviously not a picture, they can't take pictures, but this is the one she's looking for. So she's gonna sort of be a bit of a stalker and see where this travelling merchant goes. Oh, I see. No, I don't think so, Gus. I would not do that on stream. That's kind of no. But Mr. Baggerty, to answer your question, no, it's not that she doesn't feel she's worthy of being a vampire lord form. It's not that she knows. Like, obviously, she's been given this gift, and she would use it constantly. But she doesn't want to be... She doesn't want to rely upon that form. Not because she's not worthy of it. because she knows that she has a great power when she turns into that form. She doesn't have to worry, she doesn't have to worry about being defeated in the Vampire Lord form all that much. However, as this form, she wants to practice more on her skills. She wants to be a much better warrior in her humanoid form because she knows that she'll be taking on that form a lot, as well as her vampire form, her Vampire Lord form. So that's why she doesn't want to constantly use it. Yeah. And she's noticed.
If you need a drink or something to eat.
I'm good, thanks.
Mages don't let us go in the college. They said it's not safe in there.
It's probably not. Bunch of old men, little girl like you. That's prime target. I'm just saying. Okay, so she's noticed that this merchant has gone into the room on her own. Now she has to make this a very discreet kill, as Fira Bloodmouth said. This must be a discreet kill. It cannot be a. Well, it can be a sort of, oh yeah, you could kill her out in the open if you want, but she wants to make this discreet.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
No. Now, obviously, thanks to Skyrim being really crappy in terms of where you can hide. So I'm standing on a candle in a bright light room, but of course she can't see me. She can't see me. I wasn't there to begin with. And hey, Frozen Phoenix, welcome to the stream. No. And nobody was any the wiser. Oh, a crossbow of sapin. Yes, we'll take that. Thank you very much. Now, this is what I like about these like merchants. They have some good crossbows. And of course, if you choose the vampire route, I didn't kill anyone. I just appeared out of nowhere. Hi. If you choose the vampire route in the Dawnguard DLC, you don't get the advanced crossbows like Okay, that's good to know. You made me. You threw me off my speech. Yes, if you choose the vampire route on the DLC, you don't get the stronger crossbows because obviously you don't get to do the missions that lead up to getting those crossbows. Actually, we should go and ask about a Moth priest, shouldn't we? This is probably the best place because Serana said that maybe the college. But we'll ask some random people. We'll ask this guard. No.
My job is to serve the Jarl.
Okay. Ooh, aren't you bitchy? Okay, well, Tavarni feels that this is probably the best place to go to the College of Winterhold. We'll say that she's heard about this. Like she knows. Well, she's in Winterhold, so it's kind of hard to miss it. Oh, okay, okay then, Frozen. I'll call you Frozen. I shall call you Frozen.
The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Okay, that's not what we wanted. Tavarni doesn't want to, mess around trying to gain entry, which is kind of what she kind of twigged from that mage. So she doesn't want to gain entry. She just wants to hear about this this Moth priest. So she's going to go in the tavern to see if anyone knows. Even though, despite the fact she probably, she just killed someone in the tavern, but it's cool, the Skyrim being Skyrim, you don't have to worry about these sort of things, or she doesn't have to worry too much, because nobody saw her anyway. And nobody seems to have noticed that she's dead. I guess they all think she's drunk, and she's just decided to sleep in a really awkward position.
If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our
really?
business comes from, in fact.
Can't ask you about a Moth priest, really.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet?
No.
Unless you're bringing me in.
No. Okay. That I don't know. You should be able to ask anyone, really. But some people will probably go, what the hell's a Moth priest? Like, you should be able to ask anyone, though, because that kind of breaks the realism. But she heard Lord Harkon say about about talking to merchants and cart, what they called the cart people, the people that drive the cart. I don't know. But she knows that there is. We'll say that she found out from. I have to do this because obviously plot hole, and the game obviously doesn't tell you. But when she got off the cart here in Winterhold, he said he wasn't going to stop him. She said, where would he be stopping? He said in Windhelm. So she already has Windhelm marked down on her map, since it already comes marked down. So she's going to make her way to Windhelm now to get the cart back to Castle Volkier. However, she can also ask the driver if he happens to have heard of a Moth Priest, since that's who Lord Harkon said to talk to. So that is what she'll be doing. And lots of snowberries. She's going to collect all of these. She doesn't know their alchemical properties yet, but oh my word! This is a challenge. Okay, apparently we're no threat to this beast. Let's use our vampiric drain. We've yet to use this. Oh my word. Oh my word, that did no damage whatsoever. Oh good god! Oh good god! Okay, go away. Meh. Ask the horse traveller. Yeah, that's what I shall be doing. You probably already know that now. I'm going from me saying it there. But Tavarni's just realised that she can't fight every beast in the land as a human. At least this is just like an eye-opener for her that she is yet to be able to... Gotcha! Okay, that fly was really driving me out the wall. I had to do that. But this is just an eye-opener for Tavarni that, despite the fact she's a pure-blooded vampire now, certain beasts... she has quite a high degree of intelligence. She's not stupid, but it's just an eye-opener to her. It sort of confirms what she already suspected, that despite the fact she is this pure-blooded vampire, she is still vulnerable to dying from certain much stronger beasts she's yet to come across in Skyrim. So this is kind of why she's not abusing the power of the Vampire Lord, because she wants to be able to temper herself. Who's that? Hello.
All right, hand over your valuables.
Oh.
Got you like a fish.
Really now? Really?
Nice try. I am not going to ask again.
Don't have time for
Walk away.
this.
You're dead.
Ah! How dare you strike me!
May you open. Warm sands.
So, out of anger... What? He's too powerful? Really? Okay, this guy's got some combat effectiveness. I forgot that obviously we, as we are a vampire, we have... This is moderately confusing because I don't know which one I chose last, but just for safety, I shall choose health. I'm guessing that's the next one up. But now that we've leveled up, let's choose something. What should we choose? Yeah, let's just kill off this. I challenge you you mean lunch. I challenge you mean lunch, eh? What do you mean, Mr. Marketing? What on earth? Take this, damn Khajiit. Good choice in armor though. We do like that armor. Elven armor. And since it's so lightweight, she's actually gonna wow, this Khajiit was really thin. He was clearly dying of starvation. Like, look at him. He's malnourished. Now, let's just get you off the road so people don't have to see your body. I was hoping to use vampire... Well, Tavarni was hoping to use vampire seduction to drink his blood because she is beginning to grow thirsty. However, apparently there are some creatures and some humanoids that are too strong for vampire seduction, which is a shame, but guess that's to be expected. And now I completely forgotten, thanks to that goddamn Khajiit, what exactly I was talking about. Great. Oh yes, but before we go anywhere else, let's... we have a perk point to use, so... obviously the Assassin's Blade is where we're heading, because that's kind of what... I mean, that's really overpowered, but that's not why I'm choosing it. It's because of... Tavarni wants to be a stealthy killer. Now that she's a vampire, and before she was even a vampire, she wanted to be a very stealthy killer, not leave much trace of her killings. Obviously, one, because her parents are probably... She feels her parents probably put out a warrant for her, so they're looking for her. So she can't really... She doesn't want to sort of, you know, draw attention to herself. And also because the Imperials arrested her as she entered Skyrim, so she's worried that they might be after her for two different reasons. One, for a warrant from her parents, because obviously the Imperial Legion at the moment are under the control of the Aldmeri Dominion, and her parents obviously have friends in the Aldmeri Dominion, so... obviously, and the second one is because the Imperials arrested her. However, let's have a look at the one hand. We could... In fact, we haven't touched block in a while, have we? We haven't touched block. What have we got? Arrows hit shield, do no damage. Time slows down. Able to do a power bash. Well, let's go for shield wall. Stone wall. We'll go for shield wall. I don't actually know why I'm getting block up at the same time. But I guess there'll be instances where Tavarni won't be able to... There'll be instances where she won't be able to sneak up and cut their throat, which is what she's practicing to do. That's what she wants to be able to do. That she doesn't want to leave too much trace of her having killed them. That's what she's hoping to accomplish. However, obviously, she won't always be able to do that. So it's probably a good idea that she practices with the shield and betters herself in that as well. Give the body to the cat? What cat, Mr. Blackady? And thank you them gamer, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for following. I really do appreciate that's where it means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm sorry you have to go now, but I hope to see you in the next stream. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for following. I'll be uploading the stream to my YouTube if you want to catch what you missed. But yeah, thank you for following and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. There's another one of those flies. What? Really? Or was that just... Whoa! Okay. More wolves. These wolves are prominent in this land. Just die, you goddamn wolf! So if you've noticed, our health is not regenerating. Neither is our stamina. And it's because it's daytime. Funny thing is, I don't see any sunlight. Do you guys? And apparently it's the sunlight that stops us... like this, see, now this is an issue. This is one thing I do hate. It's completely grey skies. There is no sign of a sun, and yet we're still having the effects of what sunlight would do if we were standing in it. If that makes sense. We still have the sunlight effects affecting us, which doesn't make any sense because there is no sun currently. Like Bethesda, were you that lazy that you couldn't just put in some sort of code in so that when there was no sun, you weren't affected by it? Because it doesn't make any sense. Stillborn Cave. That sounds morbid, to say the least. Awesome. Thank you, Them Gaming. I really do appreciate it. Take care. I hope you have a nice evening or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Now, Tavarni's really tempted to go in here just because of the way it looks. It looks morbid. And, yeah, she's... She can't help herself. She wants to look in here. She wants to know what's in here. Being sadistic as she is, she's kind of drawn to sadistic and morbid things. So she's still on the look for the Moth Priest, but she's accomplished the task she was set by her vampire sister. So she figures she's still got time to find the Moth Priest. She doubts that he'll be found quickly. So. She has no idea what kind of creature that is. But before we do go anywhere, out of character, let's do a safety save, just in case, because we don't want to be sent back after everything we've done. Wow, 9 hours already on this character, that's crazy. That is naughty. Naughty. So she's never seen this creature before, so she's taking it easy, because... Just like the saber, she'd never come across the snowy saber-toothed cat before, and that posed much more of a threat than a normal one. At least to her it did. So, looks like this creature's found her. And obviously, the good old range meter on this game. And she's getting to learn firsthand that this creature is very strong. At least in terms of trying to kill it. But she managed to evade all of its attacks there, so she has no idea how much damage it could probably do to her if it managed to bite her. Kill the battle music game. We've killed it. Thank you. Took your time. Took your goddamn time, game. Took your goddamn time. So she's still taking it carefully in case there's more of those things around here. But as she can tell and you can tell, she still needs to practice her sneaky moves, her sneak attacks, because that didn't go down very well. She didn't interpret the distance very well. Now, I'm pretty sure she's come across these guys before. She knows how powerful they are, so she really is being cautious. As there is 2 of them right now. She's not in her Vampire Lord form, and in her Vampire Lord form, she found these creatures very troubling to fight. So she moved a bit too quickly there and made a bit too much noise in the snow. Hopefully, yeah, we have a fortified health, so let's use some of our potions. Let's use some of our poisons. We've yet to use them. Okay, this is a Falmer Skulker. Not good. Not more powerful than a normal Falmer. However, luckily enough, we still do have some health potions, unlike the last time. Okay, I swear his arrows are just going right through our shield. So now I kind of regret not choosing that arrows don't hurt you thing. Oh dear. Please say we have. No we don't. Okay, we have to be quick. Oh, okay. Okay, Tavarni has to be very careful now. She's run out of health potions. And she is nowhere near defeated this beast yet. Just make sure for a bloody ridiculous amount of health potions we have. Oh, she has a potion of brief invisibility though, which going to use to her advantage hopefully. No. This is Skyrim at work. So we used an invisibility potion. It shouldn't have seen us, yet it still managed to kill us. That's logic for you. Nice one, Bethesda. You really deserved Game of the Year, didn't you? Okay, we're gonna say that Tavarni decided that this cave was probably a little bit too adventurous for this time. A bit too adventurous for her. I would say she recognised the walls that we saw there by the water. She recognised that from the last time she met those creatures, and she still feels she's not ready for it. That's what we'll say. Oh, sorry, Frozen. I do apologise. There's no need to apologise. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Blagady. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, her name is Tavarni. It's probably, obviously, that's just my interpretation of how you pronounce that. And her last name is Ariana. But yeah, she doesn't want to. Doesn't want to try and fight the beast she's come across before in the cave, and that was during her Vampire Lord form, and she even found them a hard battle then, so clearly they're not to be dealt with just yet. And out of character, I'm kind of disappointed in the whole Dwemer Falmer thing, because I mean, obviously there is some DLC. I won't, for those that haven't seen the DLC or played this game, I won't obviously spoil it for you, but there is DLC concerning at least the Falmer, the creatures we just came across that killed us. But I still don't feel they delved into the history enough. I still don't feel like they were talked about enough. They were just like one of those mysteries you wanted to learn more about, which is a shame because I felt that there could have been a DLC. Oh my word! Oh my word! Okay, that's not good. Ah. Wow, these guys are strong. Poor Tavarni is not having a good day. And of course she has no stamina, so she cannot run away. We'll just have to use all of our healing potions. Have we got any stamina regeneration potion? There we go. So she... you would. You would. She's going to use this opportunity to get the hell out of here. She's really getting a sense of how weak she is during the daytime. And she's starting to question whether she should really try and do anything during the daytime now. Because it very much affects her. She loses a great amount of strength, and obviously out of character that we lose health, stamina and magicka regeneration. Also, every single one of them we lose 30 points basically during the time the sun's up in the game. So yeah, Tavarni is really getting a sense of how much the sun affects her, and it makes her want to get rid of the sun, like Lord Harkon seems to want to do, even more, because she has always, of course, wanted to be a vampire since having read the books when she was young in her room. And obviously she doesn't want to give up that now just because of the sun. But she can clearly improve that, as Lord Harkon said.
We need to find our way to solitude.
As Lord Harkon said. Shut up! I'm talking here! Sadly, I can't turn the volume down on my earphones, so it's kind of irritating. Like, obviously, for you guys, their voices are turned down, but for me, they're not. I do apologise if I talk a little bit too loud during some parts. It's probably because I hear them talking over me and it's distracting. But, okay, wolves are definitely one thing that Tavarni can deal with, although this is an ice wolf. Slightly stronger than your average day wolf. Poor Tavarni. Even an ice wolf puts up a bit of a fight there. I really don't understand why they didn't sort of try and, like I said earlier, the whole hood thing. Like, Serana puts a hood on, so surely we could put a hood on and we wouldn't be affected. At least not, even if it wasn't fully, because I can understand that might break immersion completely, but the least they could have done is, like, say, if you put a hood over the top of your character's head, in effect, you half how much the sun affects you. So instead of losing 30 points of health, we only lose 15. I don't know. I just feel that would have been better than completely... It's almost, what irritates me is it's almost... Obviously, it makes sense because you're playing a vampire, so you shouldn't... I mean, during the sun... If you read certain stories, obviously vampires are affected by sunlight. Other stories, they're not. So, she's going to take... Tavarni's seen this in. She's going to take refuge in here. She's going to sleep because the sunlight is just damaging her too much. And she needs the darkness to be able to operate properly, to function properly, so... But,
hello there, traveler.
as I was going to say, it almost feels like they're punishing the player for choosing the vampire route. And I just don't feel that's needed.
Just holler.
I just don't feel you should be punishing the player for wanting to be a vampire, because vampires are really cool. I expect a lot of people, when they saw, oh, vampires! Like, of course you're going to want to be a bloody vampire. Vampires are awesome. Not Twilight vampires, of course, but vampires are awesome. And you've never got...
No.
Shut up. You've never gotten to play a vampire properly in this game. In Oblivion, you didn't really get to play a proper vampire, so it's kind of disappointing that you're being punished for being a vampire. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. But now she's rested. It's night time now. She's letting out a soft sigh. She can finally... She feels a lot less weak now that the sun's gone in. I do apologise for not getting it to everyone's messages right now. But let's just do that. That's a good point, Mr. Blackguardy. Perhaps she could have seen, perhaps these vampires, perhaps this vampiric blood has given her the gift of foresight, or at least partial foresight, and perhaps she did see ahead of what would happen if she went and delved into the cave more so. That'd be interesting. And we could say that when she died, it was actually just her foresight. That would be somewhat interesting. So I kind of like that idea. Okay then, Frozen. No, that's fine. Yeah, if you have any questions, anyone, please don't hesitate to ask. There's yet another random person standing at the edge of the road. Bunny's not going to waste her time on another orc, though. She needs to find this Moth priest. So, and I've just realised I am such a fool. I've been going the complete wrong way. I'm supposed to be going to. I'm supposed to be going to Windhelm. Oh well, she realises that she's kind of a bit too far away now. She wasn't looking at her map properly, so instead she's going to make her way to Whiterun, which is a lot closer. That was my bad there, but we'll say that Tavarni was looking at because she felt so weak from the sunlight, she wasn't reading the map correctly. It's almost like, you know when you stay up for way longer than you should have and you start to feel like a zombie? Like, I'm going to say that that's what it kind of feels like for extended periods of time during the sun for Tavarni. Like, at first it's fine, the sunlight, it's just a little bit, it kind of stings her eyes very lightly, but she can still endure it. But after a long time, we'll say after a number of hours, like 4 or 5, it starts to feel like what I was explaining. If anyone's ever stayed up a bit too long, and you start to feel like a zombie, and your eyes are really stinging, and you don't have any motivation, you just like. Ugh. So I'm gonna say that's what she feels like if she stays out in the sun for long periods of time. I'm gonna say that's how that affects her. So that's why she wasn't obviously doing very well when she was battling, and she realised that when she saw the inn, she was like, perfect. I can rest. I can wake up during the night time. And then I can move out towards the travelling traveller, the whatever it's called, the bloody cart man or whatever it is, the driver, the travelling. I don't know. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, that's how I'm explaining it. Ever since you read, no, Mr. Blackguardy, no. And hey, Supersonic, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry for not saying it sooner. And yes, I am role playing indeed. The Glorious Farm and random car. Interesting. Interdestined. However, Tavarni does not care. She just wants to find this Moth priest for Lord Harkon. But she feels so much more. She feels so much relief now that she's in the dark. She feels a lot freer. And even though she's affected by the sunlight, she feels a lot more free than she did when she was just a dark elf. Now with her vampiric blood. And she always preferred the night to the day anyway. And it could have been because she read about Molag Bal and the pure-blooded vampires when she was locked up in her room all those years. It could have been influenced by that. But obviously being sadistically, the sadistic nature that she is, perhaps that's why she finds night time to be much more soothing and relaxing for her, and why she doesn't have a lot of fear of the dark. And there's a mammoth taking on 2 saber cats here, and the saber cats completely failed the sheer power of the mammoth. And of course Tavarni knows not to try and take him out because, well, that'd be futile. But what she does know is that saber-tooths have some alchemical ingredients, so she's not going to let them go to waste. Got an eye. Lovely. Should really have 2 eyes, but... See, now, this is what I kind of hate about Skyrim. This whole... okay, it's coming back. This whole sort of randomization that it does when you pick a body. Like, you can take the eye of a saber cat. Now, really, you should be able to take both eyes and all of the fangs. It doesn't make sense to just give the player 1. Make it realistic. You don't come across saber-tooths all that much in this game anyway. So why don't you give them 2 eyes, because there's 2 eyes on the saber cat? Why don't you give them 2 fangs, because there's 2 fangs? because there's two things. It just seems a bit silly to just randomly give you one or two. Like, I don't understand that. It's not like you're going to overpower the player by giving them more ingredients. It just makes sense. If anything, just make the alchemy portion, like making the potions, maybe you need more than one of a certain ingredient to make a potion. Like, make it a little bit more advanced. Make it a little bit more dynamic. Not so simplistic. Like, Skyrim really just did a lot. It just seemed to simplify everything. And I don't want things to be simplified. I want them to be dynamic. I want them to be immersive. I want them to be challenging. Not easy so anyone can pick up this game and play it. Like, I expect... I just expect, as an Elder Scrolls fan, that I should be challenged. The game should play like an Elder Scrolls game, not just a pick up and play game that anyone can play. But that's just my opinion. Yes, the mammoth easily won that battle. Have you seen a Moth priest by any chance?
It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? Old man with a grey robe.
That's right. Have you seen him?
Might be that I have, but I can't say for sure. I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by out here. Can't help you, friend. I might remember better if my pockets weren't so light.
So, Tavarni took her chances of trying to convince him, but he's clearly not going to be convinced. So she's... money is of, as I said before, money is of no importance to Tavarni. She's made quite a few from selling, quite a bit of gold from selling potions anyway. But she obviously wants to impress Lord Harkon. This is about her race now. She's a pure-blooded vampire. She's one of them. It's her race, and it's about maintaining her race and getting one of their biggest weaknesses, getting one of their biggest enemies in this world, destroying that enemy. So she 175 gold is nothing to her compared to getting rid of the sun.
Your Moth priest now. He wanted me to take him out to Dragonbridge, but I told him it ain't one of my stops.
Dragonbridge, okay then. So yes, money is of no importance to her. At the end of the day, this poor fool will probably end up one of the mindless cattle that the vampires will feed on anyway. Once the vampires take over. So he said Dragon's Reach, which is close to Solitude. No. So she's going to hire the carriage and go back to Solitude, and then she's going to head to Dragon's Reach. And hopefully she's not too late. But she feels that she's probably still got enough time to find this Moth priest before anyone else. All of the other vampires didn't seem to be very quick to get out the door, at least in her opinion, so she feels she still has time to find this Moth priest and impress Lord Harkon. I don't know, Mr. Blackady. I kind of hate the fact that... Oh, bye Frozen. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope... drive safely. Take care. And, yeah, I hope to see you in another stream. Thank you for watching. I'll be uploading this to YouTube, so if you want to catch up on the stream, then that'd be cool. If you're interested in... Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to catch up on the stream or what you miss, it'll be up on YouTube by tomorrow. Hopefully. So let's head off to Dragon's Reach. So she's going to pull out her map and just see. So she's just going to follow this road for now. But what was I saying there? What was I saying? I don't like the fact that, again, very simplistic, very oversimplified. They brought out difficulty levels and easy, beginner, easy, medium, hard, very hard, expert. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that simplistic difficulty system. What I love about Oblivion is that slider. That slider is so much more customizable. You can slide it up and then you can slide it down a smidgen if enemies are just a little bit too hard for you. But you don't, like, when it comes to, you don't have that freedom when it comes to these generic difficulty settings. So I really feel that they spoilt the game chucking in that. I miss the Oblivion slider. I really loved the slider. It's much more in a way immersive, because you kind of decide what the enemies are going to be like. Whereas with this one, it just feels like you it doesn't feel that way. It's just like, oh, medium. You know, every game has that sort of setting. Oblivion was a lot more. It was a different take on it, and I felt it was a bit more of a natural take as well by having a slider. But I mean, that's just my option. My opinion. However, it didn't take too long to get to Dragon's Reach, did it? It's not that far away. But Tavarni can't really run because obviously her stamina doesn't. She doesn't have a lot of energy during the time that the sun's out, and she can barely stand to look at it. So she's having to conserve as much energy as possible in case she needs to fight someone. And I do apologise if picking up all these plants is irritating people, but she is an alchemist, so any chance of getting any alchemical ingredients, she will take it. And nobody seems to be paying attention, so she's going to take the chicken eggs as well. Ah, Dragon Bridge. So now that she's here, she's hoping she'll find the Moth Priest. Probably the best person to ask, in her opinion, is one of the guards, because the guards see everyone who comes through here. So she's going to ask this guard if he's seen Moth Priest. Know anything about a Moth Priest in visiting Dragon's Bridge?
Ah, so that was a Moth Priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
Oh, thank you, dear sir. The one time that the guards in this game are kind of helpful. Kind of helpful, not kinda. Yeah. I do love this bridge, actually. I just love that dragon's head. That looks awesome. It is a really cool looking bridge. I feel like the magic in this game is kind of lacking. Like, I really would like to see a magical barrier or something, like, just here, like, to protect the town, or I don't know. Just would be interesting. A lot more cool. They were, and we can take away that marker now. We don't need that. So we need to search the road ahead, because that's where the guard said the Moth Priest was heading, and hopefully we'll find signs of him and we haven't missed him. Or Tavarni hopes that she hasn't missed him. Hopefully he hasn't. Oh. Well, she wasn't going to waste her energy, but she's hoping he isn't dead. These are Imperials, so they definitely must have been his escorts. And a vampire. Okay. She has a note. Right, surely that can't be one of Harkon's vampires. Or perhaps it is. Maybe they got to him first, which she feels a little bit disappointed. If they did. Prepare an ambush just south of Dragon's Bridge. Take the Moth Priest to the Four Bears. Hold out for safekeeping until I break his will. Malchus. Right, Tavarni has no idea who Malchus is, but she's hoping that this Malchus is still there, or at least the Moth Priest has yet to be seen by Malchus. She still has a chance to get him. She'll be very disappointed if she doesn't get the Moth Priest for Lord Harkon. Very disappointed. And these vampires definitely did some damage, didn't they? Even attacked poor Redguard woman. Oh, Merchant's Journal. We'll take that just because Tavarni's interested in mercantile things. I don't know. I have no real excuse for why she picked that up. But she's not afraid to loot. Since she now hasn't got any use for it now, is she? She's dead. But there seems to be an interesting trail of blood across the ground here, which is guessing must be. I mean, it's clearly coming from the cart over there, the crime scene, as it were. So just needs to figure out. Seems to end here. Any more signs of blood? Yep, there's some more. There's some more. Well, they couldn't have gone too far, surely. Oh, there's another bit. Oh, it feels like Tavarni's become Sherlock Holmes. Yes! Bye, Lords, if you're leaving. Thank you for watching. I don't know if you were saying goodbye to Frozen or not, but priest who hails moths. Hail to the moths! Ah. I do find it's quite an interesting name, like Moth Priest. And hey, Sean, welcome back! And Doom 3. I've never played Doom 3 myself. I played the old Dooms on my older sister's computer when I was younger, and I found them quite scary. I haven't played Doom since then. Damn, these butterflies be trolling. These butterflies be trolling. Yeah, but we have more important things to do. This is definitely the way they went, though. Tavarni is certainly sure about it. Hello, Sponge. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. And, oh, okay then, Lords. My bad. My bad. My bad, sir. My bad. Laptop is running hot. Okay, and again, obviously, Tavarni doesn't want to draw too much attention to herself, so she's going to go in this very sneaky-like. Dressed in... Oh, wow. What on earth is that? She has no idea. She's never seen anything like that before, but it looks like some sort of magical force field. There are people down there. Is that a Dawn Guard? Yep, she can see Dawn Guard dogs down there. And Dawn Guard... Now, it'd be cool if there was like some form of telescope. Like, I can understand binoculars wouldn't be around, obviously, in the time of... be around in the time of when Tamriel was set, but surely like a telescope, like a pirate's periscope, whatever it's called, surely one of them would be around. Like, that would make sense. It'd be cool if you could actually do that, but oh well. And I don't have Doom 3, I'm afraid, Sean, so I wouldn't be able to stream it. But maybe in the future if I do get it. I'm not really interested in Doom, to be honest. Now, Tavarni is kind of trying to scout out how many people are here. Because she obviously doesn't want to... She can definitely see someone... There's definitely someone there by the fire. And that doesn't look like a person. Whatever that is by the fire, it looks kind of daunting. So she feels that despite the fact she does want to increase her abilities in her humanoid form, she feels that this is probably a good time to use her Vampire Lord. She cannot risk losing the Moth Priest to the Dawn Guard. Cannot risk it. And in fact, actual fact, she's going to be strategic here and try and take out the Dawn Guard from a distance. And she's probably going to use their own dogs against them, or at least one of them. If she doesn't miss. Going to use their own dogs against them, which is kind of, you know, kind of twisted in its own right. Where's that Dawn Guard? Where is he? Needs to... I believe he's there. Oh, she missed. That's okay. Blood magic. She has plenty of blood magic. And she keeps missing. And she keeps missing! Yeah! Finally, we hit something awesome. These Dawn Guards are fairly powerful, aren't they? Yep, she was right. There's plenty of them. Now, where's that dog that she... Where's that dog she... there we go. Go on. Go and attack him, Cuddles. What's your name? Whatever your name is. Go and attack him. Wow, that did not take him long to kill her, did it? Or him, whatever gender that dog was. Thank you for following, Sponge. I really do appreciate it. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Big thumbs up. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And we have another Dawn Guard. But of course... Tavarni is not worried. These Dawn Guard pose no threats to her in her Vampire Lord form. She is utterly indestructible, she feels right now. And she fell into the river. That does not sound like a Dawn Guard. Oh my word! Whoa! That is a troll. That is an armoured troll. She has never come across one of these before. Typical of the Dawn Guard to use such a petty beast that's so easily slain. Of course, it had no chance of defeating her. She, after all, is a Vampire Lord, and you can't defeat Vampire Lords. And stairs, just like the Daleks, stairs pose no threat to Vampire Lords. Yes! All hail Vampire Lord Tavarni! Oh, and all her beauty. Just look at. I mean, that's just sexy. You don't need a swim model when you've got a sexy girl like this at home with you. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? The troll had to be there to troll me. Yeah, that does make sense. Now, she's never seen this before, but oh, seems to be more people.
You think they turned him?
I don't know. Maybe. Won't know until we get him out of here. I'm working on it. Now give me some silence so I can think.
So there's more Dawn Guard here. Apparently they haven't noticed her yet. Even though, like, hello! Hello! Nope. But Tavarni has no time for these petty Dawn Guard. She's going to slay them. She's going to slay them all so she can get this Moth Priest back to Lord Harkon as quick as possible. She is not going to waste her time. This does look like a force field that she certainly cannot penetrate. Even with her... Yeah, I'm not going to go there. So it looks like she's going to have to enter her normal form. And oh, there's coffins here. So this... She gathers that this is a vampire... This is probably a mongrel vampire brood's like home. This is where they probably sleep. Since there's a chest here, she's definitely going to take the time to ransack it. Oh, we have a steel mace there. We're using an axe right now, but is the mace better? Is the mace better? We'll have to see, won't we? I don't think it is. I don't think... 21... Where's the steel mace? Nope, not as good. But I don't know if we already have unenchanted a fire weapon yet, so... Aha! Well, this kind of corresponds to the colour of the barrier, so of course Tavarni is going to take that. I'm not quite sure why she picked up that that vampire's uniform now, but this, yep, same colour scheme. There we go. Easy. Now she can finally take this Moth Priest back to Lord Harkon. Once she has managed to defeat him, he has been enthralled. Ah, good God! Ah, whoa. This Moth Priest very, he knows her weakness, and she, oh dear, she is... This is not looking good. She did not expect this Moth Priest to be using fire. And for her ignorance, she has been met with pain. And the only way she feels she can defeat him now is by using her ultimate form. He poses quite the threat. He's quite powerful. But of course, against her Vampire Lord form, none shall defeat her. She still remains uncontested and undefeated in her Vampire Lord form. But again, she doesn't want to constantly use this form. Yeah. She feels a little bit weak now in her humanoid form, considering she almost died from the Moth Priest. But then again, she can't be too hard on herself, considering this is a Moth Priest. I mean, yeah, of course he is going to be very powerful. He works within right where the Emperor. He literally works in the building that the Emperor lives in, so he surely will be a very powerful adversary anyway. They are not worthy of seeing her. Yes, I agree there. But now she can enthrall this pitiful Moth Priest and make him her thrall. That really should have... Yeah, there we go. And she's going to feed on him a little because she's rather hungry. And this is getting back at him for obviously burning her. Talk to him.
By the divines, it's as if my eyes have been opened. I am blinded by the light of your majesty. I must obey you. What would you have of me, master?
Mistress, fool! I command you to travel to Castle Volkia.
Certainly. Where can I find this castle?
Off the northern coast of Skyrim, due west of Solitude.
I will set out at once, then.
Good, pitiful mortal. Now, the only thing I hate about this is that you cannot enthrall anyone else in the game. You can't, like we just did there, like we turned him into our thrall, and if you've noticed, if any of you have played, yeah, the amount that's so many nom-noms, Mr. Blaggedy, lot of nom-noms. But, yeah, Tavarni has a very full belly now. She feels a lot more revitalised now she's had her fit. Probably, it's definitely, she hasn't, I don't think she's fed since she was in Castle Volkia when she first woke up from having been turned into a vampire lord, if I'm not mistaken. So that's her first feeding in quite a while, so she feels quite revitalised. But, you come across vampires in the game that have their own thralls. Like they're humans. They're easy to kill, but it's cool that they have them. Yet you can't turn any humanoid in this game into a thrall. I've tried. It doesn't seem to work. I don't know if I know you can have a dead thrall, but you need like conjuration level 100 to have a dead thrall. Well, I mean, it's still cool, but it doesn't make sense that being a vampire that you can't make a thrall like you just did with the Moth Priest. Like I'd expect you to be able to make a thrall, but apparently not, which is disappointing because I just that's something I expect. If the mudblood, oh no, Harry Potter reference. Blech, if the mongrel vampires of Skyrim can have thralls, then why on earth can't I? Tavarni is a pure-blooded vampire lord. She should be able to have as many thralls as she wants. But anyway, that aside, rant aside, now that Tavarni has taken the Moth Priest and sent him towards the castle, she's quite confident he'll make it there on his own because he put up a fight with her and she's not very easily defeated. She's not being arrogant when she says that, of course she isn't very easily defeated. Not many foes have managed to best her, so. But she's quite confident he can make it there himself. So she's now going to travel to the castle as well. And luckily enough, it's not too far away from where she found him, so... Rabbit! However, it's still during the day, and she's not oh so confident if she comes across any enemies on the way back to the castle, considering it's daylight, and during the daylight she is weakest. So she's a little bit uneasy about travelling back to the castle during the daytime, but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want her thrall. She doesn't want the Moth Priest to arrive without her. Upset Lord Harkon. Harkon, I guess you could say. I prefer Harkon, but I don't know. Well, that's tough luck for you, isn't it? Of course, I'm a vampire, constantly in need for crimson liquid. But yeah, she doesn't want to unimpress Lord Harkon. She wants to impress him as much as possible, so she's going to, despite the fact she's weakest in the daylight, she's going to head back to the castle now instead of waiting at the inn in Dragon's Reach. And she just hopes that she doesn't come across any enemies that are too foreboding. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think it is. Enemies that are too strong. And those look like vigilance, which is not good, because if they notice she's a vampire, they will try and attack her. Luckily enough, they're too enthralled, using that word a lot, looking at that stone, because it's so beautiful. Like, I don't know, it looks like something apparently, but luckily enough they didn't notice she was a vampire, because I can imagine that vigilance probably have the ability to decipher a vampire from a normal humanoid. Unless they have to do a lot of research to try and find out, like they have to do a lot of investigating, like Sherlock Holmes or something, to find out who's a vampire and who's not, so they don't make a mistake. But luckily enough, the vigilance didn't notice that she was a vampire. Maybe they can't tell vampires that. Maybe they can't tell that someone's a vampire like that. Maybe they do need to do a bit of investigating before they can finally comes to the conclusion that one is a vampire, but luckily enough she escaped her fight, so she's beginning to grow very tired of the sun. Very tired of it, and the more and more she thinks about what Lord Harkon is trying to achieve, the more excited she gets to plunge the world into complete and utter darkness. That's something she'd very much welcome, and something she'd very much wishes to be a part of creating. Oh dear Lord, it's an ice wraith. We can't wait. Damn, I was gonna check what the time is, but Tavarni's not taking any chances. She's not taking any chances at all. She's never fought an ice wraith before, but she just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to end her life. Okay, we have an ice wolf as well. Luckily enough, he posed no threat. However, she has no idea how powerful ice wraiths are. Oh wow! Oh, another one! Wow, Tavarni is getting really unlucky right now, isn't she? She does not like the look of those creatures at all. She's becoming very uneasy being close to this creature. But she has no stamina, she cannot outrun it. But does she have any stamina potions? Here's hoping. Well, you've got a good point there, Mr. Blackity. You have a good point. Perhaps no one is worthy of being her thrall. But, that aside, I still think that they should have put it in the game. I still think it was a bit cheap of them to make you a vampire but not allow you to be create thralls. Even if you can do it through conjuration, because not everyone is going to want to be a vampire and have high level conjuration. You know? So, I think I was a little bit ignorant of Bethesda, but I mean, they've missed out so many good opportunities with Skyrim to make it better, but sadly they've made their money's worth out of it, so they probably don't even care anymore. That's why I feel that you get your money's worth out of an Elder Scrolls game if you get it on the PC. You get your money's worth out of it, because you can mod it to hell, and there are so many mods for Oblivion and Skyrim that make the game so much more immersive, and that's probably why I'm planning on buying and building a desktop PC in the next couple of months. Instead of getting, I didn't plan on getting the next generation consoles, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, until like a couple of years. Like literally, my Xbox 360 is fine. There are literally no games that I'm dying to play that are coming out on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. But I think I might actually join. I don't like to say the PC Master Race because I hate that. Like I don't know, just ugh. But I think I will be joining the PC people, and instead of getting a next generation console, I'll be investing my money in a desktop PC and playing games on the PC. Obviously, there'll be exclusive games I won't be able to get, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure eventually I'll buy myself a next generation console when they're really cheap. Like, I'll probably end up buying one of them near the end of their life cycle in like 5 years' time when they're really cheap and all of the games are really cheap. So, I think that's probably a better time to do it. And in the meanwhile, I'll use my desktop PC and mods the hell out of Skyrim and Oblivion and all of these awesome games. Because I swear, if you modded Skyrim, I can just imagine how many mods are out there right now for Skyrim and Oblivion. How much time, like how much extra time you put onto the game. Because obviously people don't just make new weapons and new creatures and new houses. They also make new missions, and they make even like some people, like there's that Morrow Oblivion, isn't there, where you can actually play the world of Morrowind in Oblivion. Like they literally rebuilt Morrowind in Oblivion on the Oblivion engine. So there's just so much you can do, so much time you can put into these games after modding them. But anyway, we're back at the it seems our Moth Priest got here quicker than us, which thanks for making us look bad, Moth Priest. Nothing, you fool. Let's go and see that Tavarni wants to see Lord Harkon quickly, and hopefully he'll be impressed with her.
Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you and Serana
What?
who found our priest.
No, what are you talking about? I found him on my own. Serana's been here with you the whole time, Lord Harkon. Well, Tavarni doesn't want to question Lord Harkon, of course. She doesn't want to upset him, so, I have made the Moth Priest my thrall, dear Lord.
Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task.
Oh, no. The Dorgard tried to stop me, but they posed no threat.
I wish I could have been there to hear the sounds of their screams. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together.
As you wish, Lord Harkon. Oi, you.
Master, I have done as you asked and traveled here.
I have a new task for you, thrall.
Of course. What is it that you need me to do?
You must read an Elder Scroll.
Ah, yes, the Elder Scroll. I admit, I am looking forward to this.
Then you may begin reading.
Of course, Master. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me, an image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one. The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls.
Yes, Mr. Blackity, finally! Harkon-senpai has noticed me! Oh, that meme. But, okay then, wow. So, just listening to the Moth Priest decipher the Elder Scrolls, Tavarni is obviously impressed. It's amazing that he can read them. But, she got so, her heart was pumping. She got so excited when she heard him say that night mingling with day as they become one. It's exactly like Lord Harkon said, and she could just imagine what it would be like if they became one and they would no longer have to sleep within coffins during the daytime, because daytime would be nighttime. There would be no daytime anymore. It would always be night forever. And she could just imagine what that would do for all of them, all of her new family, how much more power they would gain. How they wouldn't be affected by the sun. They would no longer be weakened by it. So it's very exciting for her, especially now that she's seen the effects and felt the effects, experienced the effects herself of what the sun can do to them.
That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well.
But Tavarni was a little bit upset there that Lord Harkon wasn't as impressed as she hoped she would be, but he still praised her, so she's... Even though he praised her in a somewhat half-hearted tone, the praise, she still got tingles because he still praised her, so that definitely excited... not excited her, but that made her somewhat joyful that he still praised her for her work. Do you know where these Elder Scrolls are, my lord?
My traitor wife stole one of them away and then disappeared. As for the other, the last that I heard, it was lost in the bowels of a Dwemer ruin. It seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer.
Yes, Lord Harkon.
If you need anything, say the word.
I
I can still forge a decent blade.
Okay, thanks. Random, but okay. So, Tavarni needs to claim 2 more scrolls for Lord Harkon before they can completely decipher the prophecy and learn what they have to do to mingle day with night and create the perfect world for the vampires. So for some reason we have to talk to Serana. Of course, there is no hint in the game as to why we have to talk to Serana, but of course we have to for the quest line. So Tavarni feels that Serana might know a little bit more because her mother took the scroll. So that's why Tavarni is talking to her, to hear about the scroll that her mother took.
Do you have a moment to talk?
What's on your mind?
That Moth priest, Dexy. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Didn't want that lot getting wind of it.
Ah.
Especially my father.
Oh. So Tavarni, the first sentence there, Tavarni understood, because obviously some of the people in the council, the vampire council as it were, the council chambers, some of them would try and use that information that Serana had to their advantage to take down Lord Harkon, which is obviously what Tavarni does not want to happen. So she's glad that Serana didn't say anything, but then Tavarni's questioning Serana's loyalty to her father. She's somewhat confused as to why she doesn't want her father to know. She doesn't like the sound of that. But until she knows everything, she's just going to forward more questions to find the ways to find the scrolls for Lord Harkon. That's what she's focusing on. She wants to impress him. She wants to make this a reality for him and herself now. This is the life she's wanted for so long. And obviously she doesn't want her family, as it were, now to be stuck in the castle constantly during the daytime, to give them complete nighttime forever. Like, thanks game. But to always have nighttime, to never have the sun interfere with them again, it would just be pure bliss for them. So, right, so now we have to go through all this again.
That Moth priest,
Yeah.
Didn't want that lot getting wind of it. Especially my father.
Do you trust Harkon at all? So obviously, Tavarni's questioning Serana's trust in her own father right now.
It's not a question of trust. He's just obsessed with the prophecy. And from what I could tell, 1,000 extra years of obsession haven't made him any better. We should have found him a hobby. I don't know if he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end.
We should have taken up a hobby. So where is this Elder Scroll, Serana?
We need to find my mother, Phoe'Nix. She'll definitely know where it is. And if we're lucky, she actually has it herself.
You said you didn't know where she was, though.
The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was cryptic, yet she called attention to it.
No, Mr. Blackity, that's no, Serana and Tavarni, not Serana and Harkon. Yeah. Sounds like she was being cautious.
Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas?
So obviously, Tavarni's running through scenarios. Of course, her mother wouldn't hide with the Dawn Guard. Tavarni knows that the Dawn Guard would obviously... Tavarni knows that the Dawn Guard would obviously kill her on sight. They're not like that. They're not going to harbour a vampire, not going to look after the vampire. Sealing, obviously these are the only 3 options that Tavarni thought of, because that's all we've got. But obviously Tavarni thought about maybe she sealed herself away like Serana, but then she wouldn't understand how she managed to do that herself and not tell anyone, because she'd never be found again, and she doesn't feel that that's what her mother would do. So the only logical thing is, and it's kind of a shot in the dark, but the castle, because right under the nose of Harkon, it seems clever, but it is stupidly clever, as it were. So, how about right here in the castle?
Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful.
Isn't that pretty risky, staying around the castle?
Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look.
How can we get in without your father? See, now this is what I hate. This is what I hate. Suddenly, we're conspiring against Lord Harkon. Now, Bethesda, what were you thinking? Like, honestly, oh yeah, we'll just give them, like, the one dialogue option so that, yeah, so they don't get a choice in the matter. So all we can do is, how are we going to get in without your father noticing? But this angers me. This irritates me beyond belief.
Trust me, I lived here a very long time, and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in.
Actually, I have some things to do first, but I'll meet you there when I'm ready.
Don't let me stand in your way then. I'll be at the dock whenever you're ready.
Thanks, Rana. So, yeah, as I was saying, that really irritates me. If anyone's played the DLC, you'll probably know why I'm irritated, like, more so. But what's irritating for me is, obviously, I'm role-playing a character that's faithful to Lord Harkon. She's faithful to, you know, she's always wanted to be a vampire her entire life, and Lord Harkon has made that possible. She wants, as a vampire, she clearly, obviously, would want day to be destroyed because the daylight weakens her. Why on earth would she then go and conspire against the man that's trying to get rid of the daylight? And it just doesn't make any sense, and Bethesda don't give you a chance to sort of go like, hold on, wait a minute, Serana, your father may be a little bit, you know, obsessive over this, but he's trying to make things better for you. He's trying to make it easier for us to live now. And it just irritates me beyond belief, and I hate that Serana is like a freaking paperweight, or like a ball and chain around your ankle. You can't get rid of her. She's integrated into this story. She should be a character that you can either choose to have come with you or not at all. But thanks to Bethesda and their brilliant storytelling, you've only got the one option, yeah, straight down the line. This is all you can do. You have to do it this way. And it just irritates me beyond belief that they didn't put any more dialogue options in and that they rammed this down your throat. Because I'm sure you guys could see by the text that we didn't even have a choice there, but what Tavarni had to say was going against Lord Harkon. You know, how do we do it without your father noticing? That doesn't make any sense because she wouldn't want to do that. She wants to collect the scrolls for him so that she can bring about this prophecy so that the daylight will be gone. So it's just so irritating that Bethesda just sort of make you do this very irritating, like, you just have to do it. A very straightforward storytelling. I absolutely hate it because that's not what the Elder Scrolls is about. It's about making your own choices. Well, you're not getting to make your own choices here. Nice one, Bethesda. Just good on you. The best way to hide things, right between your eyes. Yeah, just right there, just right there. That's a good one. Well, that's a good point, Mr. Blackguardy. That is a good point. Perhaps Tavarni is just playing along for now, but she feels that Serana is not seeing the light. That she's not. Tavarni. I think I will go with that, Mr. Blackguardy. Thank you. Tavarni is perhaps thinking that Serana's having doubts. Serana doesn't like the fact that her father's obsessing over this, but Tavarni can understand why he is, because obviously he's been alive for how many years now, Lord Harkon? Thousands upon thousands of years, and he's had to deal with being weak to sunlight. He's had to deal with that every day of those thousands of years he's been alive, and it's a big weakness for the vampires. But if they got rid of that, if it's true that they could get rid of the sunlight, then they'd be unstoppable. They'd never have to deal with the sun again. They'd never have a weakness again. And Tavarni's questioning Serana's why she doesn't understand how important that would be for them, how important that would be for their race. And so yes, perhaps Tavarni right now is just playing along with Serana, but the minute that Tavarni has the scrolls in her hand, once she physically has them, perhaps Perhaps that's what she's doing. She's just using Serana, as Lord Harkon is, sadly, as a means to an end. Perhaps that's now what she's doing as well. Maybe Serana saying that gave Tavarni the idea that perhaps that she should use, sadly, use Serana as well as a means to an end. Get the scroll from her mother, and then run back to Lord Harkon before Serana can do anything about it, and finally bring about this prophecy for him. But yeah, she's questioning Serana right now, and the fact that Serana's questioning her father and wanting to go behind his back. She doesn't like that at all. She doesn't want to do that to Lord Harkon, but obviously she'll play along for now because, like I said before, that I believe I said it before, that Tavarni will obviously use whatever means she can to get done what she wants to get done. Not to say she's a user, but she's using the tools that are required to complete the task at hand. So perhaps Serana is that tool. Serana is the means to an end, and that's what she's using her for. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. If you try and rip my arms off, I will cut your head off and put it on a spike. So be careful if I were you, Orloff. Weird name. Hey, Razzle, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining this evening. Oh. Hello, Fura.
I wish Orthiolf and Vingamo would just get it over with and kill each other. I'm tired of listening to them.
I can imagine. I killed the Dawn Guard masquerading as a travelling merchant.
Well done. Nothing like a good kill to get the blood pumping, is there?
No. What can I do to help?
A bunch of feral vampires are running wild, upsetting the mortals. When the prey is riled, it makes things difficult for us. Go cull the brutish beasts before the problem gets out of hand.
I do love how all of the vampires in the castle refer to, like, non-vampires as, like how they're like cattle, but, you know, they're to be herded. And the reason they want to kill off all of these mongrel vampires, not the impure vampires, is because they don't want their cattle to be riled, as Fura said. That, you know, they don't want them to be spooked, as it makes it harder for the vampires to herd them away. I love that. That's really good. Yeah, we shall get rid of the sun. We shall use our ultimate vampire power, and we shall rid the world of the sun. So we have some. Tavarni has some scrolls to be collecting, and we need to, the first one she's going to collect is the Elder Scroll, the Dragon Elder Scroll. And we'll say that Lord Harkon told her that it may be best to visit the College of Windhold, or perhaps Tavarni remembers what Serana said, that the College of Windhold usually knows about these things that others wouldn't, these mystical things. So Tavarni naturally thinks that it's best to go to the College of Windhold to find out about this dragon scroll that she needs. Because obviously the other scroll she'll find with Serana's mother, so she'll leave that one till last, because that way, if she already has the dragon scroll in hand, once she manages to get the other scroll from Serana's mother, she'll be able to run back to Lord Harkon as quick as possible without Serana getting in the way and ruining Lord Harkon's plans. So that's what she plans to do. And obviously, in the meantime, she'll help out her vampire brethren as well by doing certain tasks to make sure that their lives are easier. So we shall be killing a master vampire to make sure that he doesn't get in the way of us collecting cattle to feed upon, or feast upon. So we need to get to the College of Windhold, and obviously by that will be by way of travel cart, whatever you want to call it. So we need to head back to Solitude. Oh, this is becoming a very well-known route, as it were. How many times have we done this route now? It's got to be quite a few now. There must be a quicker way to do this. Afraid not, everybody. Afraid not. Maybe it would be best if Tavarni invested in a horse. Perhaps she's realizing she has to do a lot of walking. So she's got quite a lot of money. If not, yeah, 6,000 gold. Can't complain all that much. So she's starting to think that maybe it's time now to invest in a horse. She has to do a lot of moving. She has to do a lot of moving, a lot of tasks that are away from the castle, and she's constantly on the move. So she's beginning to think, might be a good idea to invest in a nice horse to get around a little bit quicker. So maybe when she reaches Solitude, she'll go down to the stables. I do believe there are... she recalls at Solitude, so maybe she'll see if they're selling any horses. She definitely saw some stables at Whiterun, so if she can't buy a horse from Solitude, she may stop off at Whiterun to buy herself a horse. But it's probably a good idea that she got a horse now. I do love the sound of the snow when you're treading on it in this game. Also, everyone, if the game volume is just a little bit too low, please do tell me. I shall bring it up a bit so you can hear the game a little bit more. I do apologise if it's been too low. Right, if I'm not mistaken, we have to keep going round the mountain for now. Sadly, we cannot fly as vampire lords, which I don't know. I somewhat expected the ability to fly. I mean, we just hover, but it would be cool if we could fly. I don't think there is an ultimate. I don't know if horses are like. I don't know if horses are like the Oblivion ones, Mr. Blaggedy, because I know in Oblivion you have the different types of horses, like the chestnut horse and the paint horse, all the different types of horses, and obviously the chestnut horse has more health, I think. But obviously you have the horse that's the fastest and the one that has the most health, and then you have the slowest horse. But I don't know if the horses work the same as they do in Oblivion. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, if they were really simplified in this game. It wouldn't surprise me if Bethesda did that, because they just feel they have to oversimplify everything. Which, screw you, Bethesda, honestly, screw you for making everything so simple in this game. It's very irritating. Very immersion breaking, if you ask me. Ah, the snow. No matter how cold it gets, Tavarni does not mind the cold compared to the sun at all. Obviously, being a vampire, her blood's probably cold anyway, so... And she's had a cold heart for many years, so it's nothing new to her. She absolutely abhors the sun. Now, let's just quickly check where this Master Vampire is hiding out. Is that's the College of Winterhold. So where's the Master Vampire? So he's all the way over there. So she probably won't deal with the Master Vampire for some time. So we'll take that off now. Take that off our map, our marker. She very much remembers the route now. She knows exactly where she has to go to get back to Solitude. Shortcut through the forest, probably a little bit risky, but then again it's night time, so she doesn't have to worry about being a... Alright, get in my way, you fool! I shall make you pay! Okay, animal cruelty! Animal cruelty! I did not know there was a special horse with the Dawn Guards, Mr. Blaggedy. I have never come across that horse before. Arvak. I have never heard of that horse before. Obviously, I've heard of Shadowmere, but I have never heard of Arvak before, or Avak. Or Arvak. I didn't even know the Dawn Guard had a special horse. That's pretty cool. I literally did not know that the Dawn Guard had a special horse. Thank you for telling me. And I have done the Dawn Guard storyline before, like all of the quests. I've never come across that horse once. But yes, perhaps Tavarni will go to the Dawn Guard's castle for some reconnaissance mission. See if she can get any information for Lord Harkon. But then again, I suspect that you only get the horse through doing certain quests, or if... Oh god, that was close. If you chose the Dawn Guard, I guess it wouldn't just appear there, so I'm not quite sure if we'd be in luck. She's seen some horses here, so she's hoping she'll be able to buy one. I think the horses are literally just like your bog standard horses in this game. However, it looks as though the people are asleep, and she can still go in here, so they're not closed yet apparently. So hopefully she can buy a horse from someone. Perhaps they're open 24/7. It's a convenience store, 24/7.
Can I help you?
No.
What can I do for you, friend? You're a guest, and Father says we have to be polite to guests.
Don't talk to me like that, boy, or I shall bite your neck and drain you of your blood. Okay? Be careful who you talk to. In that tone. Rude. Oh, that one! Oh, right. Oh, that one. That's not really a dawn. I thought you meant, like, literally it was like the dawn. I know that horse. My bad. Yeah, I know that horse. I thought you actually meant that the Dawn Guard, the actual Dawn Guard, I thought you actually meant that they had their own horse. But yeah, I could probably get Arvak. Yeah, you can get Arvak. You don't have to do a specific thing. Yes.
I grew up tending some when I was a boy.
You need to leave. Is this about the stables?
So I snuck my... Yes?
I want to buy a horse.
Yes?
Ah! Screw you, game. Bethesda, thanks a lot for making this this game and its bugginess. Okay, so it looks like she can't buy a horse at this time. So she's not going to wait until morning. She has some travelling to do, and she'd rather do travelling at the dead of night. So she needs to head to Winterhold, which is what she's going to do.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Winterhold, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Alrighty then. What's your name? Fear. Say, Fear, have you've been bitten by a mosquito? Just wondering. Kind of hungry. And then you just hear like the plunging of teeth into his neck. So I think it would be cool as well if you could buy a carriage in this game, like a mobile home sort of thing. Like you have a bed in the back and all that. That'd be really cool. And you had like a few chests. Like how cool would that be as a mod, or like some DLC? So many little things that they could have made this game so much better. No, I don't think you have to steal Arvak, Mr. Blackity. You can just get him. It's a quest. You can just get him. But sadly, she has to do this. Tavarni didn't want to do this, but she's going to have to.
Welcome to the college. I trust you. Now I must advise.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to skip this, my bad.
Being here is to complain. You would be far better off speaking with the Jarl of Winterhold. If, however, you seek something more, I will be happy to assist you.
Why are you out
I
here?
am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it.
I see.
The more important question is, why are you here?
May I enter the college?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Seek knowledge of the Elder Scrolls.
Do you? It is true, there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is
killing
allowed
anyone
inside.
inside?
Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
Fine, fine.
Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground?
I don't know that spell.
No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold.
Oh, I see what this is. This isn't the College of Winterhold checking what people come in. This is the College of Winterhold extorting students. Ugh, you disgust me.
I'm anxious to see you cast it.
And I do apologise, Mr. Blackity. I thought you meant stealing Arvak. My bad. I guess I could steal a horse, but they don't stay with you when you steal them, do they? They run away, so it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I didn't want to join the college, you fool. I wanted information on the Elder Scrolls. So, Tavarni doesn't want to join the college, of course. Again, this is just a means to an end. Having to join the college, a small price to pay to find out about the Elder Scrolls.
Even if it goes unnoticed.
Wait, please. Okay, so she doesn't want to waste her time here. She's just gonna move on ahead. She, you know, this is just a means to an end. She honestly doesn't care about being a student in the College of Windhold. As I said before, Tavarni doesn't want to join the college to increase her magic skills because she knows what the College of... She knows what the Mages Guild and the Mages Colleges are like when it comes to... she knows what the Mages Guild and the Mages Colleges are like when it comes to necromancy and the dark arts, and that's what she wants to improve on. She wants to learn about the dark arts of magic. So it's obviously not much point to her. It's not really worthwhile her joining the college. So this is just literally to find out about the Elder Scrolls. A means to an end. So if they think that she's joining the college, so be it. She just wants to find out about the Elder Scrolls, and she just missed someone from the old Mary Dominion there, which was very close because he might be looking for her. So she's going to have to be careful there. And hey Gabriel, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us this evening. And yes, I am playing Skyrim. I know I must finish the Pokemon hack, but I'm afraid at the moment I'm not into Pokemon. I'd rather play Skyrim currently. I'm finding it a lot more fun to roleplay Skyrim. So I do apologise. I will get back to Pokemon eventually. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mr. Blackity. I've never actually abused that trick before. I don't know, in Skyrim, I never find myself running out of money a lot of the time. But most of the time I do alchemy, just even a small bit of alchemy, and you make so much money off of alchemy. It's ludicrous. And you find so much money during the game anyway. Unlike Oblivion. Now, Oblivion, it was tough to make money, unless you did alchemy in that game. But in Oblivion, I swear it's a lot harder to make money than it is in Skyrim. Which is funny because obviously merchants don't lose their money when you sell to them. They constantly have the same amount of money. But I always found that getting money in Oblivion was a lot harder. Unless you abuse the alchemy, selling of potions. But this looks like the main librarian. We'll say that woman down at the entrance told Tavarni that she'd best go and see the head librarian about the Elder Scrolls. But what will he know? Will he be able to tell Tavarni what she needs to know about the Elder Scroll, specifically the dragon one, which is what she's hunting down at the moment? Will he be able to tell her where it is, how she can get to it, and will she be able to prize the other Elder Scroll from Serana's mother and get back to Lord Harkon before Serana and her mother can do anything to stop her? Until tomorrow, though. We will not know until tomorrow, I'm afraid, because I am going to be ending the stream here, everyone. I'm afraid. I'd like to thank everyone for watching this evening.